Hoes hating, please address me as a boss, boo. When I walk through. Ho, you delirious? So I'm sitting in my living room and I'm like, I need to be working. Like, I need to be helping the girls out. So I decided I'm gonna make a YouTube video on how I started doing lashes and how you can scale up in the lash industry. So let's go back to 2020 when I first got into the lash industry. I was 16 years old. You know, I stopped doing lashes 2 years ago. I ended up doing other things in my company that led me to, be where I am today. So, and I am not one to judge. I really can never, ever have a say on what you do with your career. And I feel like a lot of other people kind of need to stop with that as well, because you just don't understand people's situations. But anyway, you live and you learn. I couldn't even register my company till I was 18. But anyway, I started lashing when I was 16 because my parents paid for me to take a lash training. And yo, immediately after, your girl was ready to sell the damn kit. I told my mom I was not fucking with it, and that shit was too hard. Like, girl, I was at my training trying to stand up, and my trainer was like, sit down. And I was like, no. Like, I don't know why I ended up getting convinced by my mom that I should just keep trying and trying. So I was practicing on a few girls, like some from school and then some of my family members or just people that my mom knew. And then like I started getting brand ambassadors, so I would look for girls that had like a decent following. I didn't really care too much about followers. I cared about how many people you knew, like how many girls liked you and will comment under your pictures and like repost you and be like, she's so cute. I cared about that because then I know that girls will probably want to get their lashes done with me if they fuck with you and like they like how yours come out. Doing the whole brand ambassador thing, posting my lash work on TikTok is what helped me gain clientele. Like, I was blowing up on TikTok at the time because people were just so fascinated, like, how are you lashing and you're 16, little girl? And I got a lot of hate comments, and at the time it bothered me, but now I'm like, I don't care, because that was really pushing out my videos. That was getting people commenting. That was getting me up, honeys. Within the first 3 months, it started to become like a business because I was charging like $40 for a set. But girl, all them deposits were coming in and they were going to my mom's account because I didn't have a bank account yet, but my mom would give me the money. And so I was starting to see like, oh, whoa. Like, I'm making money, but I'm also spending a lot because I need to keep buying these expensive ass trays. And I had to buy all the essentials still, like for my bed, the phone topper, all of that. I didn't have that. So it was like, damn, I'm spending. So then I was like, okay, do you think it's time for me to raise my prices? I'm scared. What if I don't get any more clients and I just spent all this money on my phone topper? Like, no, honey. So I invested into a course, which she's retired now. Her name was Honesty Barnett. I hope I'm not saying it wrong, but I took a class with her. Like, she had an online program where you learn how to raise your prices, and honestly she was so helpful to me, like when I was in the beginning stages and I just wanted to charge like a decent amount, because at the time I was charging, like after the $40 I went up to $70 and I still felt like I was not making enough. So that's when she helped me so much. I ended up taking like 4 trainings within like my first year of lashing, and I raised my prices up to like $150, and thankfully I was still booked. That I ended up getting an office, like a suite, because I was getting booked. Like, your bitch barely had time to eat. And so things just kept going uphill for me, thankfully, always to the man above. But everything was going so well for me that I was like, it's time. Like, I'm gonna bring on trainings, I'm gonna bring on product development, I'm gonna come full force, honey. And I wasn't playing no games. I gave it my all. My trainings were getting booked. Like, when I tell you, I was even helping. I was not charging the girls on TikTok because it was just more of like, they would DM me and I would give them some advice. But I even taught people how to like do lashes online. Like, I would literally, I became friends with so many girls on TikTok because they would literally message me and I would FaceTime them, showing them how to fan and like just so much shit. I would do lives with them. So, I just kept going up and up. And by the time that I was at this phase where, I had my suite and stuff. Y'all, I was a senior in high school. When I was a senior, things got really hard for me because, I was managing school and then having the suite. And I'm not scared to admit it. I felt like my company was about to shut down because all my expenses were just not adding up for what I was making. So I had to make the decision to close down the office and go back home with my mom, which came with so many issues. The reason why I had left to the office space also was because my mom had one of our family members living with us, and I felt like that made a lot of my clients uncomfortable. So I decided, like, let me invest into the space. But anyway, it just wasn't adding up because half my day was spent at school, and so I wouldn't get like to the office until 4 p.m. So, and lashes takes time, so I really could only take 1 to 2 clients, and with 1 to 2 clients a day, like, I was going home at 11 p.m. and my mom did not like that at all because, I had another whole life. Like, I had school and shit and family obligations. And also, I didn't have a car, didn't have my license. So I was spending money on Ubers back and forth from schoolwork, homework, schoolwork. And my mom was just like, whenever you want to come back home, you can come back home. So that's exactly what I did. And I went back home, and for a while I felt like a failure. But within the next couple of months of being at home, y'all, like, I'm not even kidding, like, I was able to focus on my products. My products were doing so much better to the point where my trays were selling out. And I, like, remember that January of my high school year, bro, I made $6,000 in 1 week of doing lashes as a high schooler. Like, literally. The point is that I was, like, actually bringing in money that I realized what I wanted to do with my career, and it was to focus on growing in the industry, which I'm glad I made that decision because now I really understand how a lot of businesses work. A lot of the marketing tactics and all of that applies to the same, like, it does not matter what industry you're in. A lot of things can be replicated and applied to different businesses once you learn how to build one, you know what I mean? So after that, like, I was having, mind you, I was in high school having 10K months, 15,000 months, and like after I graduated I even had 30K months. So I decided to bring on coaching because I had did it for like 650. I think I charged like 650 at the time, and I was helping people get booked. I was helping people open up their own suites. Like, I realized, like, this is something that I really enjoy, so I ended up offering that as well. And I'm not lying, like, it was like step up every single year. I even invested in a brand coach that year, and I think I spent like $6,000 working with him, but it just helped me open up my eyes so much and understand why exactly I opened up my company and why exactly, I'm still here. And like, not like, all money aside, like, why am I still putting my time and my energy into BLB Sherlin, you know what I mean? How much growth was going on. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you this, in industries you never stop just with, like, you start off most of the time with service and then you move on to product. And that's exactly what I did. I started servicing clients and I started offering trainings, which is still a service. And then I started selling digital products like ebooks, teaching people how to grow their social media, teaching people how to start product lines. I came out with physical products that you ship and that you have to rebuy when it runs out. And then I also got into events, which this is pretty new to me. This is like my second year of hosting, but you can honestly make so much money hosting events in the lash industry, especially if you have a big audience. I don't know if y'all know, but the venues for these events be like 50K. So just imagine how much these brands be making when they host these events. I'm not there yet, honey. Soon. But just imagine, like, sis, they probably can make 6 figures or more in one event if they got money to spend 50K on a venue. During this process, I shared a lot. I actually feel like I might have overshared a little bit. But a lot of people say that. They're like, I'm not like you at all. Like, I cannot post about this and that. And I like my privacy. Girl, I do too, but I learned along the way that people really like honesty. They like authenticity. They like raw. They like people that share. They like people that they can trust, you know? And so that's why I don't mind sharing, because I know in the end that it'll end up helping someone, and if anything, it might bring them closer to me. Because at the end of the day, one thing that I value more than money in this business is community. Like the other day, one of my clients, she buys lash products from me, her suite was broken into, and I posted a video on my page and it blew up, and everyone pitched in to get her so many new products, new stuff for her suite, skincare stuff for her, you know, like clients that come in for aesthetics, like just straight up replaced everything down to her lash cart, like the furniture. Like I'm telling you, it was so amazing. People were sending her donations through Zelle. Like it was just amazing. So I value community a lot more than anything. That's why, like, I've been so transparent throughout the process of, you know, and it has helped me grow so much, because people feel inclined to spend with me. People feel inclined to want to reach out to me. People feel like, that's my sis. And, you know, I like that, because, girl, I'm your sis. Like, come to me if you need any help. But yeah, so I was bringing in all these different revenues, and, like, y'all, I was making the big bucks. Like I had to start reporting all my money to the IRS. Like it just was a lot for me at a young age, and I was honestly stressed sometimes. But I'm telling you, like, start the fucking business, bitch. A lot of your business is dependent on your content. So if you keep trying to hold back from that post, don't. Content is what's gonna help you grow from A to B to C to D. Also, stop being shy. Like, stop trying to hold back. A lot of you have amazing opinions. A lot of you have amazing education, amazing information that could help save people's lives and time and money. But you just refuse to post it and share it. You are one post away from making your business money. Like, think about it like that. Your girl has been through a lot during, you know, all these years of business. I fell out with so many people because I realized that it can get toxic in this industry. Like, people, all they care about is money. And so I try to separate myself from that. And I feel like that's another reason why a lot of people, like, align with me. Once you find a training, which we offer online trainings, if you want to do it, we have it in English and Spanish. But you start your lash training and go and make your Instagram page that same day. Start posting on your stories, and a lot of the times you will have to be heavily promoting on your personal account because no one knows about your business. So post on your personal account as much as possible about sets. Have people that you know repost it. Like, you need to hound people down about your business, because if not, people just will ignore, you know, because people don't support you until it's popular to support you. And after that, do some lives, engage, collab with other lash techs. If you like someone in the lash industry, you truly admire their work, don't be shy to say something to them. Like, I promise you 9 times out of 10 that they'll actually, like, enjoy that. It doesn't hurt to work with other people. I do it all the time. Like, it has benefited me a lot. Another thing you're gonna want to do early on is start a SMS list. Collect your clients in some kind of platform. That way you never lose them, because the way that you know, these platforms are working nowadays, we just never know. Like, what is it, they're trying to ban TikTok right now. Instagram be having all types of shutdowns. Like, we need to keep them on one platform that we cannot lose. We need to have their numbers, emails, something to get in contact with them, y'all. So I'm pretty much gonna wrap up my video because my husband's about to walk through the door. But if you love this YouTube video, let me know what else you guys want me to talk about. I would love to make more videos for you. Bye.